Welcome to Job Tips, the career development channel. In this video, how to address the situation in an interview when the interviewer wants you to describe a time when you supervised people that had more experience than you. That's coming up. If the job for which you are interviewing is in a supervisory role, or could turn into a supervisory role, you may find yourself managing people or leading people that have more experience than you. That may have happened in the past. So sometimes an interviewer will want you to describe a situation where you have managed or supervised people in the past that had more experience than you. How do you answer that? First of all, if you've never had that experience before, simply let them know that thus far in your career, that has not been part of your experience. But if it does occur, here's how you would handle it. In that case, this is how I recommend you respond. If I have someone under me, in my charge, under me supervised really, etc., that has more experience than I, if I'm a good leader, I'm going to rely on that person's experience and knowledge and perhaps give that person a sense of being an advisor to me, understanding the obvious hierarchy within the organization. That person will know that, yes, in that case, I'm the boss, if you will. I am the manager. But managers oftentimes benefit from having advisors because I believe that that gives that person a sense of worth and value and understands that I see that value in him or her. And I believe in doing that, that person will be a very valuable member of my team, knowing that I'm relying to an extent on some of the knowledge, background, and experience and wisdom of that individual, because that person has value to me and to the organization. And I want to utilize that value for the benefit of not only myself and the company, but for the individual. So that's a good way to answer that question if you've never had that experience. If you have had that experience in the past, where you managed or supervised people that had more experience than you, maybe you didn't utilize their wisdom, their knowledge, their experience, and you tried to still run the show without necessarily utilizing their experience and their ability to sort of advise you and those sorts of things. Don't tell the interviewer that I was the boss. It didn't matter that I had somebody with more experience. They knew I was the boss and I ran the show. I don't think you would respond that way in an interview anyway. But I have, in interviewing people, been surprised by some of the responses that I've had come back to me on questions. And I'm thinking, does he realize he's not going to get the job now? So this is sort of a cautionary note for you. So if you have not been successful in the past, you can share in the interview response that I have managed people in the past that had more experience than me. And ideally, the best way to manage those people or to work with those people is, and then describe what I just gave you a moment ago. Rather than going through it again, hit replay, go back to that portion of the video. So don't tell them that you did terribly in managing or leading or supervising that person, but say the best way to handle that situation in my estimation is, and then run with it. And that will serve you extremely well. All right? Well, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this tip. Please share in the comments below a time when you've supervised people who had more experience than you, and how did that help you in your job? I would also be honored if you would subscribe to this channel and hit that like button and that notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos. For Job Tips, I hope you get that job and you have that dynamic career that you want to have.